All right, so once again, looks like all the lineup, everybody's correct except Ty Ledger, late addition to the heat race, not the hot lap, the heat race. So we're going to go green here momentarily. Flag is out.
I believe it's right now, headed off down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Good battle. Trevor Grossenbacher is going to jump out to the early lead. Horton in the second spot. Shaylee Bade for third. Good battle going on for fourth and fifth right now. Dan, as lap number 1 winds down. Trevor Grossenbacher leading open left.
Trevor Grossenbacher off to a big lead. Car around turn 1. Yellow is out. Car up and over. Red, red, red.
Can
Don't worry
confirm.
about that here.
Can confirm.
Field is formed back up. I'm going to try not to screw this up. Trevor Grossenbacher, Brandon Horton, Stu Snyder, Cole Vanderheiden, Brandon Bosma, Bill Johnson, and Kyle Magnuson.
And Kate Murray's got the green flag in hand. We're going to get this one in the books. Lap number 1, Trevor Grossenbacher wasting no time getting out to the front. Big lead for the time being for the 35. Spread out field throughout the rest. Positions remain unchanged.
Trevor Grossenbacher, Brandon Horton, Stu Snyder. Early on in this heat race, drivers still kind of feeling this racetrack out. Getting a little bit single file spread out. See the Grossenbacher, 6 laps left to go. Brandon Horton, Stu Snyder, Cole Vanderheiden, Brandon Bosma, Bill Johnson. And it's Kyle Magnuson tagging the back of the field. 5 laps left to go for the 35 at TG, Trevor Grossenbacher.
Trevor Grossenbacher trying to fully check out on the field over the 1B of Horton. Stu Snyder changing up the line work a little bit, heading up just a little bit higher to try and wind in on that 1B of Horton.
Grossenbacher picked up a win at Eagle Raceway late in the season last year with a stunning last lap pass on the 12 of Tyler Drury. I didn't think he had time to get there, but boy alive, the 35 finds something. He's got something early on tonight in heat race action. Heat race number 1. 2 laps left to go for Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars. Trevor Grossenbacher has led them all. He's got 1 more to go.
Brandon Bosma trying to catch up to the 15B of Vanderheiden as the 35 machine makes his way into turn 3 for the final time. Off turn number 4, he may make lap traffic, he does not, but he picks up the heat race win. Going to the 35, that's TG, Trevor Grossenbacher. Brandon Horton brings it home in the second spot in the 1B. Cole Vanderheiden brings it home in the third spot. And rounding out your top 4 will be the 23 of Brandon Bosma.
RaceSaver operation, it feels like he was at the top of his game, and I agree, he was definitely at the top of his game last year. So he wants to focus on the 410 operation because he said, I'm not getting any younger, and I feel like now's the best time to do it. But if you don't have a 410 race to go and race on a Saturday night, you might as well drive 6 miles down the road and go win yourself $1,000.
Rolling slow through turn 3. They're going to step on the gas off turn 4. Here we go.
Good start for Gunnar Pike. No, he's going to get freight trained by a couple of drivers. He'll fall back to 4th. Cole Cloud up to 2nd. Lap number 1's going to go to the 71. 77 of Metro London. He's going to have Mike Boston in 2nd, followed by Drury and then Pike.
Into 3 and off of 4. Brett Klabunde's going to click another one off over Mike Boston and Tyler Drury, your top 3. Gunnar Pike trying to make a money move, trying to catch up to Drury. Not going to happen that time by. John Klabunde quickly working through the field, trying to catch up to Gunnar Pike. Pike currently sits in that 4th spot, trying to reel in the 12 of Tyler Drury.
Yeah, the top 5 right now, bookended by the Klabunde family. Brett, the son, John, the father. And once again, it's Mike Boston. I believe this is his retirement tour.
I thought it was John the Baptist.
Could have been. I don't know.
He's a good dude, though.
Great guy. A lot of fun. But I think you know this too. I believe Mike Boston in his final season is going to be retiring at the end of the year.
That's possible, but kind of like you were saying earlier, never trust a racer when it comes to that plan. Mike Boston looking quick tonight in the 51 machine, but Brett Kabunde is out to that advantage, and it doesn't look like he's looking back anytime soon. His lap's winding down. 3 more trips around for the 77 of Brett Kabunde.
So far, the racetrack, very low groove. You can see one car, 2 cars get above it, and it really kills their momentum. So I bet we're going to be doing a little bit of track packing once the sport mods and hobby stocks come out. Coming out of turn number 4, getting the white flag, final time for the 77, John Klabundy. Then it's Mike Boston, Tyler Drucke, Gunnar Pike, John Klabundy, and the 23V of Michaela Volz.
Off turn 4 for the final time. Caden Murray's got the checkered flag in hand, and it's waving for the 77 of Brett Klabunde. Bringing it home in the second spot, it's the boss, Mike Boston, in the 51. Third will go to the 12 of Tyler Drucke. Top Gun Gunnar Pike's going to round out your top 4 in this one. Make some noise for your heat race winner in the 77 machine. That's Brett Klabunde.
That was a dominant heat race win, and I got to tell you, I've been pretty impressed the last couple of times I've watched that 77 race. He has absolutely turned a corner. Not seeing the 19J of Dan Jackson unless I'm missing it.
I don't think you're missing it. I'm not seeing it either. As I say a bunch of times throughout the night, though, I'm not exactly known for my sight.
No, Dan Jackson not making the call.
All righty. So again, once again, we'll do 10 laps. Here we go. Green flag is out.
Ballinger and Johnson lead the field into one. Ballinger down to the low side. Now a couple of guys are starting to take it up just a little bit higher on the racing group. Bailey Ballinger back to the low side. She's going to lead lap number 1 over Matt Johnson. Quick mover in this one so far. The 100 of Clint Benson already up and into that 3rd spot. 4th currently held down by Barger. Off of turn 4, Ballinger's going to lead another one as laps continue to wind down. Johnson remains in 2nd, Holman 3rd, Barger 4th. Alex Salzman currently riding in the 5th spot. Only top 3 cars moving on. And trouble for the 25A. Alex Davenport's going to take it down to the infield. Tough break for that runner. He also wound up in the infield during hot laps. Unfortunately, the 25A so early in the night plagued with problems. Off turn 4, Bailey Ballinger continuing to lead this one down. 7 more trips around Eagle Raceway for this heat race. Johnson continues to ride 2nd, Benson 3rd, and Barger 4th. Bailey Ballinger making a long trip up from the South Dakota side. Appreciate those guys coming down here. Bailey Ballinger only a few years into her career in your RaceSaver Sprint Cars. Her dad, Dusty Ballinger, of course, a longtime runner over in the South Dakota area and a perennial contender at the RaceSaver Nationals.
Coming out of turn number 4, 3 laps left to go for Bailey Ballinger. Followed by Matt Johnson, Clint Benson, Nick Barger, and Alex Salzman. So laps winding down, Nebraska Septic. Sprint car heat race 3 of 4 for those of you watching on Facebook. We're going to be shutting that baby off here momentarily. Top 4 will be moving out of this race onto the A. Top 3 are going to be coming to the front concourse during intermission and doing a redraw as the white flag is waved, and now the checkered flag waves for the 6B of Bailey Ballinger. Followed by the 30 of Matt Johnson in 2nd, the 100 of Clint Benson, and then the 14N of Nick Barger.
You were talking about vast improvement. I give you Bailey Ballinger.
Inside of 3, you'll see Tanner Anderson and Cole Wayman. Rounding out the field is going to be Hilfiker and Thompson.
Real quick, guys, Bailey Ballinger did have to come across the scales a 2nd time, but the 2nd time she did make weight. Her heat race win will stand.
Thank you very much, PJ. Slowly through 3, they're going to get loud off turn number 4. Here we go, heat race number 4 underway. Ackland out to the early advantage. He's going to be challenged by the 47 Ledger. Ledger trying to catch up to the rear bump bar on the 14G, but lap number 1's going to go to Clean Gene Ackland.
And then it'll be followed by Cody Ledger, Nate Weiler, Jason Danley, and Cole Wayman. That's your top 5. Remember, top 4 are moving on, top 3 are redrawing. 8 laps left to go. Clean Gene battle for the second spot. Nate Weiler took a look to the inside of Cody Ledger.
Code Red putting down some good laps. A little bit of a blocking maneuver that time through 3 and 4 to try and keep the 4W of Weiler at bay.
And it might have worked. Weiler bobbled a little bit on the exit of turn number 2. Jason Danley is there. Your 2021 track champion looking to pick up the 3rd spot with 6 laps left to go.
The Catfish doing what the Catfish does. The 4X loves the low side here at Eagle Raceway, and he's going to try and make a charge. It's a battle of 4 cars for the 3rd spot. 4W and the 4X of Danley. Tail end of the alphabet on those cars, but they're headed towards the front of the field.
4 laps left to go for the 14G Clean Gene Ackland. Cody Ledger in the Stan Caesar Racing number 47. Got a good amount of distance now between him and the 4W of Nasty Nate Weiler. Jason Danley has fallen back just a little bit, and Cole Wayman maybe closing in. We could see a battle for 4th.
Shaping up to be one. I noticed on the last lap, the 4X of Danley gets a little bit high out of his comfort zone. Look at him trying to help make that racetrack wide. He continues to hang on to the 4th spot. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Gene Ackland about to get into lap traffic as laps wind down. White flag in the air, one more trip around.
Final time for Gene Ackland as he's dealing with some lap traffic. Gets by just fine. Kisses that cushion out of turn number 4. Takes the checkered flag and gets the heat race win. Cody Ledger brings it home in 2nd. Then it's Nate Weiler in 3rd. And Jason Danley. Cole Wayman in 4th. And, oh no. Huh?
Oh. We didn't want that kind of smoke today.
Just before the races got started, and he said, "How you feeling?" And I said, "Man, I'm so damn excited to be back out at the racetrack." And he kind of looks at me and I go, "I bet you're kind of tired of being at the racetrack." And he goes, "Every day since last season." Ryan Kitchen's going to kind of hang out with us, see how the track is developing in this C feature. Green flag is out.
Top 4 cars moving on.
No.
Trouble for your leader. 5A Andrew Jackson hitting the spin cycle between turns 1 and 2. That's going to be a complete restart.
He had nowhere to go, slid to a stop, and actually made contact with one of the cars, thus being involved in the caution. Had to go to the rear. He was told later that had he not made contact with any of the other cars, he would have maintained his position.
Off turn 4, green flag back out. We're going to get this one underway. 5T Tanner Anderson jumping out into the early lead, but he's got a quick challenger in the 03 of Shaylee Bade. Really liking the high side in that 03. She's going to lead lap number 1.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a rip in the lip tater chip. She's got it the highest we've seen a sprint car tonight. Dan Jackson, a little trouble in the middle of 1 and 2. He went up the racetrack, going to lose a lot of distance to Andrew Jackson. 6 laps left to go for Shaylee Bade.
Bade over Anderson and Magnuson. Magnuson trying to get some speed built up through 1 and 2. Not quite going to be enough. Cole Cloud currently riding in your 4th spot in that 11 machine. He's going to take the high side approach and try to catch up to the rear tail tank of the 57. Oh, big up and over. Tough break. Cole Cloud. Cole Cloud bringing out the red flag. Scary flip for the 11C.
just as it started to roll over on its side, the wheel caught and kind of put it airborne, and luckily the catch fence did its job. Kyle Magnuson and Andrew Jackson are the cars left on the racetrack. Here we go.
Off turn 4, green flag back out. Here we go. Bade leads the field into 1. Over Anderson in the second spot. Battle is for 3rd and 4th. Andrew Jackson gets the spot away. Put Jackson to the 3rd spot in the 5A as Bade continues a dominant lead in this C feature.
She's running right above that rubber that did not get cut up during intermission, and she is making it work. 2 laps left to go for the 03 is Shaylee Bade.
Andrew Jackson, now a man on a mission, puts it into the 2nd spot over Tanner Anderson, and the 57 of Magnuson rounding out the field. White flags out, 1 more trip around for Shaylee Bade.
So Shaylee Bade was running 2nd during her heat race, had a flat tire, relegated to the C. She's going to pick up the win. Bringing it home in 2nd will be the 5A, the Statesman Andrew Jackson. Then it's the 5T of Tanner Anderson. And your 4th and final transfer will be the 57 of Magnuson.
When you let it get full, let them get filthy. Nebraska Septic.
Yeah, don't let it turn into a Cousin Eddie.
I don't know what you're...
Oh, we should get that clip of the polka edition of Jingle Bells for every time we read that ad, you know.
Speaking of Jingle Bells, 14 laps to figure out who's moving on to the A. Green flag is out.
I don't know what the hell that has to do with Jingle Bells, but we're going to go ahead and send this field thundering off through 1 and 2. Brandon Bosma out to the early lead in this one. 14 laps to go. He's going to be challenged by Klabunde to the outside. That is Klabunde leading lap number 1 over Brandon Bosma.
Klabunde has definitely started to impress late in this race, in the night actually.
Trouble for the C-Main transfer car. The 5T of Anderson gets up over the cushion, does a little bit of scoot, helps clean off that wall. No harm, no foul, keeps it going. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Klabunde is stretching away from your 2nd place car. The battle is shaping up between 2nd and 3rd. Cole Wayman trying to get around the 23 of Bosma. Wayman to the low side, Bosma up high with the advantage down the back straightaway.
Shaylee Bade with a big run, trying to close in on the 56 of Johnson. She's a C feature. Oh no, car over on his side. Now on our 4s, red flag is going to come out.
Tough break for Alex Davenport in the 25A. Luckily, just a light roll there. Doesn't look like a ton of damage to the 25A either way. You hate to see it for the Lincoln, Nebraska runner, Alex Davenport.
Yeah, he sent that thing hard into 3, and the back end just came out from underneath of him, and he backed it into the wall there and then spun around. I can't tell if that's the front bumper or the rear bumper that came off of that car, but he backed it in there pretty hard.
So thanks to the Advantage Racing TV replay, here it's coming up again, James. You can watch, we're getting a great right-on shot of Alex Davenport hard into the corner, and the car just kind of came around, and as it backed up the hill, slammed into the ARMCO, broke the rear bumper off, and then the car just kind of lazy tumble. Even damaged the top wing.
Man, you weren't joking. He walloped that wall with the tail tank on that 25A machine. Gary Dominguez brings the Nebraska Real Estate pace car to the infield. Lights are out in the corners. Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand. That guy's got a fresh cold beer. And we're getting ready to go back to green. 11 more trips around. Here we go. John Klabunde leads the field into turn 1 over Bosma. and Cole Wayman. Wayman with the low side advantage that time by off of 2. Cole Wayman to the second spot.
Shaylee Bade, oh wow. Bosma fed the right rear to Cole Wayman and got the spot back. Wayman, see if he repays him. Wayman slides up the racetrack. Shaylee Bade's got a good run. She's up to 5th, looking for that final transfer spot.
Only taking 4 cars out of this one. Brandon Bosma hangs on to the second spot.
Shaylee Bade goes around.
Whoa.
She gasses it up and keeps it going, but the caution came out anyways.
Great save for Shaylee Bade, keeping it under power. You hate to see the spin, but you love to see the save.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because had the caution not came out, she would have lost, I think, 1 or 2 spots, but instead, she has to go to the rear and start all over again. 9 laps to go. She's got a long ways to catch up to that top 4 again.
All right, lights are out in the corners. All right, green flag coming back out. Laps winding down. Only 9 more trips around. John Klabunde once again takes the field into 1. He's going to be challenged by Brandon Bosma on the bottom side. Slight drift up. Now your battle is for the 3rd and 4th spot. Bill Johnson trying to put it to the inside of the 18W of Wayman. Wayman fights back to the outside to get the 3rd spot away. Now Wayman sets his sights on Bosma down the back straightaway. John Klabunde is gone.
John Klabunde running the high side in 3 and 4. High side in 1 and 2. He's ripping the lip both sides of the racetrack. So is Bosma. So is Wayman, Johnson, and Volts. All the top 5 cars up on the high side. Nobody trying down around the lip. The first one is Andrew Jackson. He's going to lose his spot to Shaylee Bade as we got 5.5 laps left to go. Out of turn 4, John Klabunde continues to lead.
Bosma continues to hang on to the 2nd spot. Wayman 3rd, Johnson 4th. 5th place car nearly broke loose. Here comes Shaylee Bade back up to 6th. Klabunde clicks off another one. 4 more trips around Eagle Raceway to determine who the 4 are moving on.
4 laps. Oh, wow. Big move by John Klabunde to avoid the lap traffic. Almost makes contact with Magnuson in 10th, but is able to get around him. No harm, no foul. Out of turn 4, Klabunde gets the signal of 2 laps left to go.
Shaylee Bade working the bottom side, trying to catch up. Big slip of the grip. Good save for Bade. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. This time by Klabunde's going to pick up the white flag. Bosma in the 2nd spot, but Wayman is closing in.
John Klabunde absolutely on a tear. He's going to come out of turn number 4 and punch his tickets.
Here goes Cole Wayman to the bottom side, trying to make the battle. Not going to happen. Brandon Bosma picks up the 2nd spot. Cole Wayman 3rd, and Bill Johnson rounding out your top 4. Sorry to steal your thunder on that one, Dan, but that was a good battle.
Oh, no thunder stolen. You're good. Out of turn number 4, it's a quick one. Eagle Raceway, give them a wave.
Gary Dominguez drops the Nebraska Real Estate pace car into the infield. Matt Johnson and Brandon Horton lead the field to the green flag, and here we go. Great jump by the 30 machine. Matt Johnson's going to lead the field into 1. Hornet's Nest there behind him. 3 and 4 wide racing. Oh, no!
Gunner Pike goes around.
Good save by all involved.
Makes contact with the 77 of Klabunde and the 14 of Barger, also involved in that. Didn't see how it started, only how it ended. And yeah, like you mentioned, James, great job. Everybody involved not making contact and destroying a couple of race cars.
All right, off turn 4, green flag back out. Here we go, take number 2, 25 laps for your Nebraska RaceSaver Sprint Cars. Matt Johnson out to the early lead. Mike Boston in the second spot, but here comes a hard-charging Brandon Horton on the high side. Tyler Drucke, another one of them trying to take it around the fence. Good battles going on here. Here comes Trevor Grossenbacher to steal the 4th spot away.
Mike Johnson, big run down the backstretch. Tyler Drucke got another car together. 2 cars get together. 1 car went around. Oh, Tyler Drucke got the lead away, but it will be all for naught as the caution comes out before the lap was completed. Bailey Ballinger and I believe Cole Wayman.
Yeah, Wayman's got a broken left front.
Getting together in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Bill Johnson, Brandon Bosma, Cole Vanderheiden, Gunnar Pike, Nick Barger, and Bailey Ballinger.
Green flag back out, take number couple, here we go. Johnson still with the lead. Here comes Brandon Horton to the low side. Mike Boston sticking it around the lip. He's going to be challenged by Tyler Drucke and Trevor Grossenbacher also trying to make their way through the field. Battles for the lead, Dan, not going to happen that time.
Boston threw it in there hard, trying to get some good second spot distance. Not able to make it work. Out of turn 4, Mike Johnson, Mike Boston, Trevor Grossenbacher. It's a great battle. Cody Ledger is going to slide up. He makes contact with Brandon Horton, and Tyler Drucke almost made contact with Gene Ackland.
Mike Boston now out to the number 1 spot over Trevor Grossenbacher. Put Johnson back to the 3rd spot. Trevor Grossenbacher's hunting down the boss.
Car around turn 2. That's the 77 of Clabundy, and that will bring out another caution as Gunnar Pike rolls to a slow on the low side of the backstretch.
Everybody give Melissa Weiler a nice round of applause for claiming that phone.
Oh, hey, by the way, we're going to go back to green.
Yeah,
Here
that's kind of a big part of it. Here we go.
Is out. Mike Boston, Trevor Grossenbacher on the high side, Boston on the low side. Boston's going to get the bite, but Grossenbacher gets the run. But Grossenbacher down into turn 3, out in turn 4. You've got a new race leader.
TG35 takes it to the top spot. Mike Boston's going to try and rally back. We got
Brandon Horton off the pace. Caution is out. Broken right rear axle, caution is out. Tough break for Brandon Horton. Had a really strong car all night tonight.
Hey, Dan, it's not just the right rear. I think the whole rear end housing broke because the left rear is just as cambered in as the right rear is. So whole rear end just absolutely destroying itself.
Yeah.
I bought a couple tickets and given them away, but I decided I'd try it out tonight.
All right, here we go.
Red ticket?
We're gonna go green, and then if there's another caution, we'll get the winning ticket number. Green flag is out. Grossenbacher, Boston, Ledger, Drucke, Ledger, top 4.
Great start by the 35 of Trevor Grossenbacher. That's going to put the battle back to the 2nd spot. Here comes Code Red, Cody Ledger, making the bottom side slider work. Put Ledger to the 2nd spot, Boston 3rd. Tyler Drucke now wants a piece of that action. He's going to set his sights on the 2-for-1 special, and he'll have it off of 2, but it's going to be a race down through 3 and 4. Tyler Drucke gets that 2nd spot away.
Great run out of turn 2 for Tyler Drucke. He used that horsepower to get in front of the 47, then he stayed in his line in 3 and 4, took the line away from Cody Ledger. Now Drucke is catching up to Grossenbacher, almost pulled a slide job, but let it go. 17 laps left to go. Grossenbacher and Drucke both going low. Grossenbacher now high side, Drucke high side, they both go high, Ledger goes low.
What a move by Cody Ledger. You watched him building the momentum on the top side, drops down to the bottom, nearly to the rear tail tank of Tyler Drucke. Trevor Grossenbacher continues to lead. Drukey's going to try to fight back on the bottom side. We've got a battle for the lead. It's not going to happen that time. Trevor Grossenbacher continues his domination in the 35.
Tyler Drukey is there. When is he going to make his move? Oh, man, they almost made contact. Drukey now dives to the inside. Drukey goes low, Grossenbacher high. Drukey's got the race lead out of turn 2.
What a power move by the 12 of Tyler Drukey. Put Grossenbacher to the second spot. Here comes Cody Ledger within about 4 car lengths off the tail tank. 4th place running Mike Boston. 5th, Gene Ackland. How about Bill Johnson making his move up into the 5th spot? 13 laps to go, 12 laps to go now, this time by for the 12 machine.
Tyler Drukey, battle is for second. Ledger's going to try a slide job, and Grossenbacher cuts him some slack. Grossenbacher fights back down the inside. Ledger cuts him off out of turn 4. Cody Ledger up to second with 11 laps left to go.
Ledger and Grossenbacher continue to try and battle this one out. The 47 comfortably in the second spot for the time being, but as you've seen as this race goes on, no one is safe from the pass. As Drukey continues to lead, puts 2 lap cars between himself and second place running Cody Ledger.
Man, Tyler Drukey is just blistering the field. Last time he was on this racetrack in a RaceSaver Sprint Car, he was leading the RaceSaver Nationals, involved in an accident, had to go to the rear, started at the tail of the field, and in 16 laps, brought it up to 6th. Heartbreak for that team. They felt like they not only had a RaceSaver Nationals championship, but also a RaceSaver Nationals championship.
Gene Ackland has made a way around Mike Boston for the 4th spot. Put Gene Ackland in the 14 into 4. Excuse me, I kind of stumbled over myself on that one, but Gene Ackland puts it into the 4th spot.
Out of turn 4. Tyler Drukey. Cody Ledger, 3.5 seconds behind. Drukey just got around Bosma for another lap spot. 5 laps left to go for the Duke.
This racing surface giving me some holiday vibes. We got the good push around the outside. Tyler Drukey working the low side, trying to take this one home. Less than 5 laps to go for the 12 machine.
Tyler Drukey closing in on Stu Snyder's lap traffic. 3 laps left to go. Stu Snyder, Cody Ledger, Trevor Grossenbacher. Then it's Gene Ackland and Mike Boston rounding out your top 5. 2 to go.
2 laps to go for the Duke. Tyler Drukey takes the extreme high line, trying to put another lapper in the books. Down the back straightaway, into 3, off of 4. White flag in the hand of Caden Murray. One more trip around Eagle Raceway for the Duke.
Final time for the man who started outside of row number 3 in the 6th starting position. And out of turn number 4, Tyler Drukey will win at Eagle Raceway. Second will be the 47 of Cody Ledger. Third will be the 35 of Trevor Grossenbacher. Fourth will be the 14G of Clean Gene Ackland. So one more time, he's rolling out of turn number 2. Probably one of the most dominant drivers at Eagle Raceway over the last 5 years. He's pulling onto the scales just down the road from Eagle, Nebraska. Let him hear at Eagle Raceway. The Duke gets it done.
By the way, Dan, you are right. The braces on the left side of the front wing are broke, so yeoman's effort by the Duke. Tyler, with a broken front wing and everything, you managed to pull it off. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got to thank my team, my mom, my dad, my wife, Brandy, my little boy, Wheelan, for pulling the 6. Yeah, that was physical, that was demanding, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Congratulations. Here's your Crystal Eagle.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I need to thank Rick Forbes, Ford's Motorsports, MySalesman.com, Cherney Enterprises, Drukey Trucking and Ranch, Zoz Farms, Jeffries Trucking, Angels Energy Service, Johnson Farms, everybody else that helps us out. The Speedway Motors Racing engine was running pretty good there.
Once again, folks, Tyler Drucke.